Sometimes the beliefs in our family of origin help us form our beliefs in ourself. Sometimes those beliefs are very limiting. Sometimes they can be expansive. My name is Jill Naraki. This is the Power of the Exhale. I just would like to welcome you to the beautiful world of your inside and your why, how you operate. If we spend a few moments in the morning to set an intention for the day, I'd like to have a peaceful day today. If I didn't get enough sleep last night, or if I ate a bunch of junk food before I went to bed, or didn't hydrate myself, what are the chances that I'm going to wake up and have a great day or feel good? Kind of slim to none. So it's not about pressuring yourself to take care of yourself. It's what do you want in your life? What do you want to create? If I give power to everybody else about how my day is going to go, what do you think that's going to do to my day? If I'm going to say, oh my gosh, that neighbor is going to make noise first thing in the morning, I know I'm going to have a horrible day. If my spouse is in a bad mood, I'm going to have a bad day. How about a reset on that? How about a challenge? I'm going to take as good a care of myself as I can, and that will vary from day to day. No pressure, no judgment. I'm going to wake up, spend a few moments with myself. I'm not going to doom scroll, and they do call it doom scrolling for a very good reason. As soon as you start looking at your phone to see how your day is going to go, you're going to find things that are very negative. So if you sit with yourself in the morning, write some intentions, what you would like, how are you feeling? Be in touch with that. Just notice the awareness. We tend to not be prepared for our day, and we are just trying to survive through it. And no wonder we don't have much life satisfaction. Set yourself up for success by spending a few moments with yourself. Even notice the things that you don't like about maybe something you're thinking about. Write it down. You don't have to form it into a belief, but you need to be aware of it. This awareness helps us deal with our day. If I think someone else is going to control my day, guess what? They will. If I think I have some control over my day, it just opens me to the possibility that I may be able to make a difference in my own life. So setting myself up with a good intention for the day, making sure I'm well rested, hydrated. I know myself before I turn on the news, because the news is never a source of contentment. It wouldn't be news. Once in a while, you get a good story about something kind that happens, but most of the time, it's to show you things you should be worried about. I think we have enough of that without even watching the news. I'm not saying be unaware of what's going on in the world, but you need to be aware of what's going on inside you before you can go out with your best self. That awareness, the curiosity of yourself helps you in this world. I don't think we understand the power of our energy that we bring into this world. So even before we see another person, if we're having bad thoughts, most likely we're not going to be in a peaceful state. We can't really control the thoughts that go through our mind, and that's okay. But we can control what we hold on to. So if I believe that I do not have power in my life, it forms a belief. I believe that I am powerless. It will change the course of my actions and my words, because if it doesn't matter, I lose hope. We need to believe that we have a choice, that we can make differences, and that our life is sculpted by us. It's a big responsibility. A lot of people don't want it. But if we can control our energy that we put into this world with what thoughts we create beliefs with and how we move through this world, we can make a big difference. So if I want a more peaceful world, but I go out into the world and I'm angry and irritated and I am irritable at people, do you think I'm creating more peace in the world or more strife? I'm not saying go out and do an experiment, but when you're just aware of yourself, of how you move through the world, it gives you a good window of information. And then you can say, without judgment, I'm just not a fan of that. I don't like how that felt. I want to do different. We have to have that awareness. If we don't take the time in our busy life that can be overstimulating, we can pick up our phone at any minute and be inundated with someone else's thoughts, someone else's perfections, imperfections, whatever. We need to be just as fascinated, if not more, with what's going on within ourselves. And that doesn't mean self-centered, that we only care about ourselves. But if we aren't aware and if we do not know ourselves, how are we going to go out and know the world? Think about the energy of a, a bee in your car. And I say that because it's a contained space and you want to get away from it. I use the analogy as well of a crying baby. Who wants to be wrapped up in a negative energy? The baby commands your attention by crying. I'm not saying do anything harmful to the baby. People will misconstrue that. But what do? It commands us to do something, an action. The bee in the car, the belief is by the thought of a bee in the car is that we're going to get stung and it'll hurt. So self preservation says, get the heck out of there. So all I'm saying is that those are actions based on energy, and we have energy, and we have the power to command that energy in this world. I don't know about you, but I want a peaceful world. If I just complain about people who are not creating peace in the world, I am throwing out energy that is counterproductive to peace. If I say, oh, I just can't stand this person, if they were only not in office, if they only were nicer, and if they did kind things, then this world would be a better place. Think about what I just said. Am I throwing out any energy, any words that are positive, peaceful, or in a direction that I want the world? We have to be very aware of that. We have so much power, even if we don't open our mouth. So I just invite you. My name is Jill Naraki. This is the power of is in the exhale. The power that we have within us to either pick up or let go of things that do not serve the world that we want to see. Our energy is incredibly powerful, and we bring it wherever we go. If you sit on a park bench and watch people, you'll see people who are very peaceful and some people that are very angry. Look at the world around them, just the small area around them, and you will see what that energy does. What do you want to create? What kind of world do you want to see? Stop pointing fingers at other people and what they're doing. I did the same. It was everybody else's fault if I wasn't happy. Guess what? That doesn't work. I have way more responsibility in my own life for my energy and where it goes, where my thoughts go, where my beliefs point me in what direction and how they make me act in this world. We all have that, and we are all incredibly powerful in our own world. So think about what kind of world you want. Don't think about what you don't want. You can, but you want to create more of what you want. It doesn't mean the bad stuff doesn't exist. It just means, what do I want more of? And what kind of things am I doing? Or what kind of things can I do to create more of that? That's where our power lies. What means something to you? What do you value? If I'm just pointing at somebody else because they don't have the same values, then that energy is just going out into the ether. It's not doing anything constructive. It's just taking my power away and my energy. And then I'm drained and exhausted because I feel hopeless. Rein that back in. Pull in that energy. Don't let others suck your energy. Your energy is so powerful when it is used in alignment with your soul. It's authenticity. It's what makes us us. If we think we're just an angry bunch of energy, then we will be more of that. I call everyone higher. We are more than that. I see even the angriest people have very, very soft moments. Those soft moments are what that person really is, underneath a lot of armor and a lot of BS that they gathered along the way as protection against that soft heart. There's not one person out there that doesn't have a soft spot, even the most horribly ugly person that you can imagine. If we focus on that soft spot, we can see more of that. And that's their humanity. Now I'm going to rein it back into ourselves, because the awareness of other people is great. But if we define our world by somebody else's actions and behaviors, then we're always going to be disappointed. I want you to be able to look at yourself without judgment, with love, and say, okay, I really like this about myself. Where does that come from? Where can I do more of that? Or, you know what? I really don't like how I treated that person. What was that about? Was I too tired? Was I overwhelmed? Was I not prepared for my day because I didn't spend the time with myself in the morning, or I drank too much coffee or didn't sleep well? Do that without judgment. Do that with just curiosity and say, okay, well, how can I cultivate more of what I really, really want in my life? As soon as your attention goes to what somebody else is doing that makes your brows wrinkle and you get irritated, stop, take a breath, look at yourself and go, okay, what can I do in my own world to make my world the way I want it? There is power in that. I welcome every one of you to try it. It is a constant practice. It is not something that's one and done. You have to be aware of yourself every moment of every day. And it isn't in a hyper vigilant way, and it's not judgmental. It's just, how am I bringing my energy into this world? And what am I creating around me? And what do I really want to be creating? We have that power. It is a huge responsibility, but when you embrace it, it's something you look forward to. It's not something to be feared. And don't judge yourself on not doing something before. I've been an ass. I've been terrible. I've said terrible things that were not really authentic to me, but they were a product of all the wounds and all the hurts that I carried along the way that wasn't able to let go. I just welcome you to the soft places in your heart, and not armor them up and bring them out into the world, because that is where your beauty lies. That's where your power is. And when you are more aware of what makes you tick and what makes you pissed off, there's power in that. The awareness of that. It makes you stronger. It doesn't make you more vulnerable. And the word vulnerable doesn't mean weak. Vulnerable means you're willing to lead with your heart. And somebody's not going to take advantage of that if and only if you understand yourself and you value yourself. It is not weakness. It is how we are meant to go through this world. Think of anybody who you see that has won, I want to say peace awards. I don't even know. Nobel Peace Prize, somebody had said at work. You make money off of it, which I didn't even know, but that isn't even the point. The point is people that you know that create peace in this world, what are they doing? 100% what they're not doing is pointing fingers at what other people are not doing in their lives. They're making their life the best life they could have. They're helping others. They're coming out of their own minutia and lending a hand because that's where their heart is. So, in one way, I'm telling you to be very aware of yourself, and that's not being self centered. That's not being stuck in old patterns and behaviors that no longer serve you. The awareness of yourself and knowing your why, knowing how you go about the world, what do you value? Sometimes you find that by finding what you don't value and getting rid of that. There's a lot to it, but it starts with just a simple couple moments in the morning of sitting down with yourself and saying, what do you want for your day? What do you want for your life? What do you value? What do you not value? Being aware of your thoughts. Which ones create beliefs and they become your truth? Do you like all of them? Most likely not, because you're a human being and you're beautiful for it, whether your thoughts are beautiful or not. Even if your actions aren't beautiful, you're a beautiful person because you're a human being. We are all trying to do this experience in our own unique way. Don't look to other people to satisfy you or dissatisfy you. Be so present for your own life that you can bring forth the best version of you to the world. And when you're not, try not to judge yourself for it, but be aware and say, okay, I don't want to do that again. That didn't work for me. And do it again. The possibilities are endless. Thomas Edison, I love his quote about 10,000 ways on, he learned 10,000 ways on how not to make a light bulb. We have an opportunity every moment of every day to create the life we want. And we have the opportunity to do it again and again and again. And you know what? It's not always going to be right. And that's the beauty of it. So what? It's going to be our best at that moment. That's it. So this is Jill Naraki. This is The Power is in the Exhale. I just want to welcome you to the beautiful world of your expression, of your uniqueness, of your authenticity in this world. And it always comes from the heart. If it's in anger or fear or judgment, that isn't your true self. I'd love to just welcome you to your own world, the exploration of that. Be curious. Be loving, even if someone wasn't loving to you when they discovered who you were. We carry a lot of judgment from other people. We don't have to, but we choose to. I choose to be authentically me, and I would encourage you to do the same. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.